not that long ago, I did the Orpheum, 10,000 people.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Me, Jagged Edge, and Genuine.
Yeah, that's huge.
You know?
Yeah.
So sometimes people are like, have you done Acme yet? And it's like, I haven't got booked there,
done Orpheum,
but I
though.
did.
Yeah.
But I am getting booked at the Orpheum multiple times.
It ain't that I can't stop, it's that I won't stop. I made a few plays off a flip, now I'm on top. I'm Southside Chief, homie. Yeah. What you know about it? Lake Street legend CEO, not the co-founder. What you wanna know about me? I'm so churched up. I'm the last man standing, but I went first up. Most hated, they don't say it when I roll up. The things that people say about me, they don't say close up. Check it, I ain't been to the booth in a minute. Niggas hate the fact that I'm winning. Who makes him the chief of the south side? Oh my nigga, I'm not the lieutenant. When I was in the gym, you wasn't in it. FaceTime, so my windows is tinted. If I said that shit, then I meant it. Niggas gave me the rules and I bent it. Same nigga that was trapping while I was suspended. You wasn't in them hallways banging, boy, you wasn't in it. Really a genuine nigga, homie, don't get offended. From East Lake, South Murder, I'm just it ain't that I can't stop, it's that I won't stop. It ain't that I can't stop, it's that I won't. Say, it ain't that I can't stop, it's that I won't stop. I made a few plays off a flip, now I'm on top. I'm Southside Chief, homie. What you know about it? Southside Chief, homie. Now what you know, look, I'm Southside Chief, homie. What you know about it? Lake Street legend CEO, not the co-founder. What you wanna know about me?
You gotta get them licenses and all that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Another episode of Minnesota's #1 daily show, live on Lake Street. I'm your host, Jake Faircloth, a.k.a. Podcast Poppy. Follow me everywhere at Jake Faircloth1. Follow us everywhere at Live on Lake Street. We got a special guest in the building, a return guest. Back for the second time. Ladies and gentlemen, we got Elliot Vreeland in the building.
What's going down, Jake? Good to see you again,
welcome
man.
back, my bearded brother.
Oh, appreciate it, man.
You had any run-ins lately? Anybody asking if you were
Man,
me?
every couple months, you know what I mean? I just get a little, hey, what's up, Jake?
I did have somebody, it was shortly after we did the first interview, so probably like a little over a year ago. I had somebody approach me at a Taco Bell.
Yeah.
And they're like, hey, you're that comedian. I was like, nah. I was like, I'm not a comedian. I was like, I do a podcast. He's like, no, you. I was like, you're thinking of Elliot Vreeland. He's like, oh, Elliot Vreeland, yeah.
Who's your bar? We go to the same barber or something? What's going on here?
My barber's my wife, actually.
Okay, well, yeah. I ain't get that haircut.
yeah, man. But okay, so man, well, welcome back.
Appreciate it.
And before we get into the all the cool and fun shit, how are you? How's the family? How's mental health? How's everything for you personally?
Man, I'm doing good, man. It's been it was single dad of 5 kids. That's always a daily, something that just a daily. I don't know.
It's a lot.
Fun, but it's just a lot. I wouldn't
even
call it a challenge because it's a blessing.
Yeah.
And then real estate. I'm a real estate agent. I run a real estate team.
Yeah.
And the interest rates. It was booming. I was coming off my first 6-figure year, and then the interest rates kind of went up. So, it's a challenging time for everybody in the real estate business, just dealing with the changes, But now I feel like people are starting to adapt to the interest rates going up a little bit, and I'm finding some good programs for people to, to get lower interest rates and get, down payment assistance money. So, I'm still, things are starting to level back out on the real estate side.
Yeah. And I feel like, I don't know this for sure, you could probably tell me, but I feel like Minnesota's at least a good place to be because we got money. We have a good economy here.
Yeah. So there's money everywhere.
Yeah, so even when times are rough, people are still looking to buy houses.
Yeah, I'm an entrepreneur too. I mean, I got my kids out in front of my house selling cotton candy. They're making $100 an hour selling cotton candy. You know what I mean? So it's hard,
That's fire.
Yeah, once you start going that entrepreneur route, it's really hard to think, to go back and just work for anybody else. You know what I mean? Because there's so many different opportunities to make money out here.
Man, I done gone broke 6 times since the last time I had a job with a boss.
Yeah.
And I'll go broke again before I go back to having somebody above me. I can't.
Yeah.
I got to work for myself. So, man, okay. So we got some things to talk about, man. The last time you were here, you were talking about opening up this venue.
Yeah.
And some things transpired.
Yeah.
Still happened, but not the way that you initially were thinking.
So I spent a lot of time over at over in the West Bank, or East Bank, actually. Or downtown East is actually where it was, 1407. I was trying to renovate a church and turn it into this, little baby First Avenue. But a better opportunity arose, so now I'm actually on the board of directors of a nonprofit organization for the performing arts. So it's kind of a cool story. There's a guy who owns this nonprofit organization that I used to do comedy shows at a long time ago. At one point, I was doing comedy on the roof of Southdale Mall. Yeah. And I had some really dope shows going on.
That was during COVID, right?
Yeah. And it's kind of a cool story of two single dads. There's a single dad that I met, and we both were two single dads who was fighting for custody of our kids, and and he really helped champion me. I mean, he was helping me out at 1407. He was the one that purchasing a lot of the equipment and really just he has a nonprofit organization for performing arts, and he put a lot into helping me become a business owner, promoter, and a comedian. You know what I mean? Really, took me under his wing to help me become be able to make a living. Off of entertainment.
Sounds like like a good guy to have in your corner.
So now there was the grand opening at Southdale Mall. It's a beautiful venue. It's it seats 200 people. It's and now we have liquor permission. So the venue partnered up with this restaurant. It's a black-owned husband and wife restaurant called Munson's Potatoes.
Okay.
So it's inside of Southdale Mall. It's got a real down south feel to it. They got really good seasoned hard fried chicken wings, catfish baskets. They got all these different baked potatoes, and we could get like a Philly steak, brisket baked potato, jerk chicken baked potato. So that's okay. So then we're partnered with them with and then they have the liquor license with catering permissions, and we're able to use that right upstairs. Inside of the venue.
So through them you have the license to distribute alcohol.
Correct.
Are they selling alcohol in the mall?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. So the Munson's Potato has liquor.
So you can go
get a beer. Yeah.
Get a beer at the mall.
Yeah.
Can you walk with it?
Well, it's Dave and Buster's is right in there. So you've been to Dave and Buster's. So I'm like the venue is right across on the third floor by Dave and Buster's. So if you ever come, you park by Dave and Buster's, and it's just on the other side of the third floor. And the venue is just gorgeous. It's like got a baby little Guthrie Theater feel.
That's fire. So there's Dave and Buster's, and then you got your spot, and then the food spot. I mean, then whatever else is in the mall. So really, it's kind of like you can make a whole day out of it now.
Yeah. So the goal is to bring a nightlife to Southdale Mall. I mean, there's actually a comedy club that went out of business that could end up being a part of the operation as well.
Okay.
So the goal is to have multiple venues inside of Southdale Mall and just bringing a nightlife to a safe location, free parking.
Kind of like a smaller MOA.
Yeah, it's a little baby MOA.
A little easier to move around in and access.
Yeah.
Really dope.
Yeah.
Well, so in the process of the first place that you were looking at, did somebody get fucked over in the situation or not really?
So I mean, there was it was challenging because the building kept getting broken into. Me and my son are working, and sometimes we would stay up till 3-4 in the morning painting and trying to get the place ready to go. Yeah. And then you come back and tools are missing and equipment is gone, and people breaking into the building. So there was some hiccups there as far as
break in while you were there.
No, but there was times where you see people wandering around, or we'll be in there working and people will just wander in, and both of us had our cars broke into at times. And then there was a couple. It was just and I still might end up back there at some point and finish what was started. But right now the goal and the vision has shifted, and it's shifted inside of Southdale Mall, and it's just a beautiful place. I'm excited about what's going on. Thursday night we had an R&B bingo night. That was a lot of fun. I got Ryan Davis coming.
Yeah.
Friday and Saturday.
Let's talk about that.
So that's and this is just like one of those full circle stories, where I don't know, 5-6 years ago, I did the show at the Orpheum with me, Little Duval, and D-Ray. And then the next time Little Duval came in town, I'm like, who's bringing Little Duval? Last time he came, I performed with him, and it did really well. And the guy CH, shout out to CH, the The Real CH is his name on Instagram. He's the owner of what's called the Pop-Up Comedy Series.
Okay.
So he started this series where it's big-name celebrity comedians in small, intimate settings.
Yeah.
You know, so I got to do it.
best.
Yeah, so it's unlike any other experience. I mean, we've been to the big shows at the Orpheum, at the Target Center, but to get in front of one of those big name celebrities in a small, intimate crowd,
best.
it's just unreal.
Yep.
You know, so I mean, this Ryan Davis show, it will probably be top 10 shows you ever go to in your entire life. Hands down.
He's a funny guy. I don't think I've ever seen his stand-up, but
he's good. He's witty. He's smart.
Sure.
He's just like, you know, he's it's gonna be one of the best comedy shows you ever go to.
for sure.
You know,
What's the date on this one?
This one is August 4th and 5th. So there's a 7:30 and a 10 show. August 4th and 5th. So that's Friday and Saturday.
So 4 shows?
4 shows,
So
2
2
nights,
shows a night.
4 shows. You know, and you know, there's VIP, regular seating. It's $25 for GA, $30 for VIP. So the prices are like, you know, just like a really good deal right now. So
Why would you not do VIP at that rate?
yeah. So everybody's buying the VIP. Those are actually getting ready to sell out. So if you want the VIP, get them now. You can go to ht.live is the website that you can go to purchase tickets. And then, but yeah, so to go back to where I was saying, so then I did a show with the guy CH, the Real CH, on with Little Duval, small, intimate crowd. You know, he's like, I give you 3 minutes. I did the 3 minutes, and it went really well. He was like, why'd you get off? You was killing him. I said, I thought we said 3 minutes. You know what I mean?
Who said that? Duval?
CH.
Oh, okay, I was going to say Duval said that.
And then Duval was like, you know, this is my second time performing with him. I didn't even get a picture with him. But then after 5 shows with him, you know, all of a sudden I was invited back in the green room, and they recognized that I was, you know, that I had a gift.
For sure.
You know, and then that led to a show with Bill Bellamy, small intimate show with Bill Bellamy, and then Bill Bellamy really, you know, me and him just became friends, you know, pretty quick, you know, and I was just like, you know, Bill Bellamy, you know, How to Be a Player. I was like, genuinely like, man, that was my movie. I'm like, I ain't got caught cheating since 1998 because of you. You know what I mean? But I'm like, man, now I got all these kids with all these different women, you know. I'm waiting for you to come out with the sequel. How to Be a Father. You got to show me how to do that too, Bill.
I think they asked him about that on Drink Champs, and I think if I remember correctly, he said he'd never do a sequel to How to Be a Player.
Yeah.
But he should.
Yeah, how to be a baby daddy,
or how to be a player in 2023, because things have changed.
Yeah,
it's not as easy. It's not as easy now.
You might have to come out with How to Be a Husband. Who knows?
I actually like that. I like that. That's a
you
good
know,
idea.
I'm switching it up. You know, we all got to grow out of it.
Right.
You know, I mean, that's kind of where I'm at in life now. You know what I mean? Like,
Shit, me too.
I'd rather have a wifey than a. You know what I mean? I'm getting old, man. I you know.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I don't got energy for all a bunch of.
But so now. You know, and I remember calling CH when I was working at the other venue, like, hey, I'm working on something. You know what I mean? I want you to bring some of them big name celebrities. Because I've seen him work with Cedric the Entertainer, D.L. Hughley. I mean, he's the one who brought 50 Cent up here to the Monarch. You know what I mean? So he always calls me when it comes to so that was my.
Okay, now I know exactly. Now you say that. Now I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So he brought 50 Cent here.
Gotcha.
And then you know, I'm always connected with anytime he comes here.
Yeah.
And then also, you know, he's brought me out of state with DC Young Fly and Gary Owen, and you know, I did stuff with Lavelle Crawford. Man, the list goes on. Carlos Miller, Chico Bean, you know, Little Duval, Bill Bellamy. You know, I was even supposed to do a show with George Lopez. You know, so I mean, the names that get thrown around. I mean, he was out of town with Cedric the Entertainer, and I just couldn't get, like, you know, I've had opportunities and will continue to have opportunities to perform with, like, you know, some of the kings of comedy even at some point. You know,
you mentioned a name I would like to circle back to. You mentioned DC Young Fly.
Yeah.
For one, I mean, you know, what happened with him and his wife and his family and all that.
Terrible.
Like, absolutely heartbreaking. But I'm curious, just from a comedian standpoint, because well, for one, and I guess this is kind of a side note, but he's one of the funniest people on the planet.
Oh, he's
and
hilarious.
does not get. I don't think he quite gets the proper credit, and that's probably because he's kind of part of a group. That's kind of how it works. But he really is truly one of the funniest people on the planet.
Yeah, I think it was think it was Oklahoma City. So the first time I ever met him, first time I ever seen him perform was live, and I was opening up for him.
Yeah.
You know, and I had never seen him do stand-up before.
Just him, right? Solo act?
So it was me, him, and Gary Owen.
But it was before 85 South.
It was before 85
Gotcha.
South.
Okay.
So this is like, you know, I've never seen a stand-up before.
Yep.
You know, he's the feature act. You know, he headlines everywhere he goes.
Yes.
He's featuring for Gary Owen, and then I'm the opener.
Yep.
And I remember before the show, I'm running into him in the back, and he's like, man, you know where to get some weed from? And, you know what I mean? We ended up getting some weed from, like, some restaurant guy some cook at the restaurant next door. And then I remember, like, just, like, you know, I mean, I smoke a little bit, but, like, we was just, I'm like, he just had to smoke the whole thing, all of it, right before the show. You know what I mean? So I'm just smoking away just because I'm just meeting DC Young Fly. We're FaceTiming. My daughter's like FaceTiming. He's FaceTiming my daughter with me.
Amazing.
And, yeah, it's so cool. And then next thing I know, he's like, man, I think they calling you on stage. I'm like, oh shit, I'm so high, I forgot what my name was for a second. They called. Now I'm running up there all like, you know, kind of.
Did you bomb?
No, I did good, but I was I had to like run down this hallway. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was like a little out of breath when I started. Like, whoo, it was a bit of an adrenaline rush because I like, you know, I just kind of lost track of everything. You know what I mean? Because usually I might hit the weed like one time.
I'm the same way. And
now,
usually it's at home. I don't leave the house after that.
Yeah,
I can't. I used to be able to do it. I can't do it no more. But
yeah.
So to go back to, I would like your, you know, just, I mean, I know you're a lot more than a comedian.
Yeah.
But the way that he's kind of maneuvered through this tragedy in his life.
Yeah, it's pretty.
I've
honorable.
looked at it as
it's pretty honorable. You know, for him to just like, you know, just put it in the hands of God.
Yeah.
And then to continue going,
yeah.
You know, and
there's a lot of people saying like it seems like he doesn't really care. I'm like, that's not what I'm seeing at all.
And
I'm seeing strength.
And he was one of the first names to be brought up to bring to HT.Live, the venue in Southdale. You know, and then that happened too. So it's like, well, you know, gears shifted a little bit, you know, but it's still a plan to have him. I know he's real tight with CH and he's one of the coolest people that I've performed with. You know, I mean, he would be one of the, you know, I'm hanging out in his dressing room with him and, you know, we're chopping it up. And, you know, he's FaceTiming my kids. And then when I saw him do stand-up, I'd never seen him do it. He just killed it.
Yeah, he's just one of those guys, man. It's just naturally just fun.
He's got
just
that
funny.
energy. He just, you know, he could just tell you a story about yesterday.
So I've heard him just talking about regular shit that he's not even trying to be funny.
Yeah.
And I'm dying laughing.
And I'm laughing. I mean, I'm laughing all in the dressing room the whole time. He's just nonstop.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And
not even just funny, but just entertainment.
Yeah.
Like he's just an entertaining human being.
Yeah. He's got a special.
But man, R.I.P. to his wife, and you know.
Yeah.
You know, I know it's been a minute since it happened. It's not exactly a fresh topic, but still, man, just I couldn't imagine. I mean, I don't think there's, aside from losing one of your children, like that's the worst case scenario.
Oh no, that's tough.
Like losing your partner and like the person you're raising your kids with. Like, and now, you know, like you just said, like you're doing the single dad thing.
Yeah, I'd be hurt when a girl just break up with me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you know, just like that.
Yeah.
I'm like, shit, I couldn't imagine, my girl
you're
dying.
just thrusted into it. So you have to mourn the loss, and then you can't. Like, you don't even get a break, really. Like, you got to be there for your kids.
One thing, though, it's a strange thing about comedy, too, because sometimes it's like, you know, there's been days where, like, I'm having a bad day. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, I don't feel like telling jokes today.
For sure.
You know? Yeah. But then when you get there and you pull it together and you go up on that stage and you do good, it feels good.
For sure.
It's like therapy. So sometimes it's like, man, I don't really want to do this. I'm like, dang, they're thinking about calling, you know, saying I can't make it, but I've never done that before. But then when you go and do it, it's like, man, I don't know why I was fighting that. It's almost like going to talk to a therapist. Like, you know, a lot of people are like, oh, I don't need no therapist. I don't want to talk to a therapist. But if you actually go and get a good therapist, and talk to them, nobody's like, man, therapy sucks. You know, usually people's perspective on, you know, talking to a therapist is like, you know what, it's helpful, it's good. It's kind of like, you know, comedy is literally a form of therapy, not just for the comedian, for the people in the crowd sometimes too. Yeah
I think the best comedians are the people that have been through the most in their life. Because you know, when you put that, I mean, just putting pain, the shit you've been through, the painful shit you've been through is one of the biggest pieces of good comedy to me.
I know sometimes I have somebody be like, "Man, you got some new jokes." I'm like, "Man, I'm waiting for something terrible to happen so
For
I
real,
can talk
yeah,
about it."
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I need to go.
yep.
I need to go through a couple things. You know what I mean?
For
So,
sure.
You know.
Yep. Agreed. So, can we talk about the Ryan Davis? I don't know if that's
Yeah. So Ryan Davis is planning on coming here too for an interview, live on Lake Street, exclusive interview with Ryan Davis. You know what I mean, to promote the show, promote what he's got going on. I know he was just beefing up with Kevin Durant on Twitter. So
that's
yeah.
I actually
man,
forgot
it was
about that.
so funny. If you get a chance, look up Ryan Davis and Kevin Durant.
Yep.
It's just hilarious, and I mean, just his channel is just really funny. You know,
he's a really funny guy.
He's been giving shots out to Minneapolis and showing a lot of love to the show coming up. Just a real humble guy.
Yeah,
and I'm excited.
So Ryan Davis also coming to Live on Lake Street.
Yeah,
love it. That's
He'll
amazing.
be here, and then he's also bringing he's bringing some friends with him.
Who's he bringing with?
It's a mystery.
So you don't even know.
You got to show up to see. So there's no announcement.
You got any guesses? Any predictions?
I have no idea. I don't even know.
Okay.
Because I was like, hey, does he need anybody to perform? He's like, he's bringing a whole crew. So he's bringing a host, a feature act, and possibly even his own DJ. So
I actually happen to know who he's bringing. It's Kevin Hart and Dave Chappelle. Both of them.
You never know. You never know.
Both of them.
There's some fun in the mystery. So but
Chappelle is actually here again soon.
He is coming. He's coming to the XL. So that'd be pretty dope.
Yeah, I might try to go to that.
I know. I'm trying to get him to come to the venue. No. It's funny too, just like messaging all these big name comedians.
I mean, Chappelle might do that.
You never know.
Chappelle would be. I think it'd be a matter of just actually getting the word to him.
It's kind of cool too, because my buddy Adrian Washington, has been touring with Donnell Rollins, and you know what I mean. So one of my comedian buddies, who was always a mentor to me, just to see him hanging out with Dave Chappelle and Donnell Rollins is pretty cool.
That's super. That's super dope.
Yeah.
So the other I think really cool topic that we can also an announcement today is with your partnerships. You are going to be the sole provider of alcohol.
Yeah,
for the Loud on Lake Street event coming up August 12th.
Yeah. So shout out to the Munson's Potato. If you get a chance to go check out their restaurant in Southdale Mall, the food is amazing. So there's alcohol permissions with catering permissions. So we're able to set up beer gardens, do festivals.
Yeah.
It's a pretty cool thing, to be able to provide liquor for dope events like the Loud on Lake Street.
For sure.
It's been something that I've dreamed about being able to do or be a part of for years. I remember one day doing a show and looking over at the bar like, man, I want a piece of that.
Man.
How can I get a piece of that?
That's where it's at. That's where the money's at.
And it was a long, multiple year long journey. Lots of no's, lots of meetings.
There's a lot of red tape in that.
Because you can't just call someone and say, "Hey, can I use your liquor license?" You got to develop a relationship with them, a partnership, a trust with them to say, "Hey, and then you have to own a brick and mortar restaurant." And that's not an easy thing to
see. That part I didn't
together.
know. I didn't know that.
Yeah. So we've me and my business partner have acquired a lot of equipment, a lot of restaurant equipment, and we've it's really a phenomenal piece together operation. And when you come into the venue,
sounds like it.
When you come into everybody comes into the venue, their first words out their mouth is "wow," and that was the goal. Was when somebody walks in, they look around and they say "wow," and we're getting the wow.
I got to come check it out soon. Like soon.
Yeah, like Ryan Davis.
Yeah, Ryan Davis.
You got to come see.
Yeah,
this is just a show that it's like you just don't want to miss. You don't want to hear about how fun it was and miss out on it. And I mean, I did a grand opening, and it's just the best place I've ever seen comedy. I've done a lot of comedy shows, and it's just got that feel, that
intimate, bold right there.
Intimate environment. You know what I mean? I mean, I like it's better than the House of Comedy. I'm gonna say that right now. Okay. I would rather perform at the venue in Southdale than the House of Comedy.
Where does Acme rank for you? Have you done Acme?
I've never done Acme.
I like Acme as a venue.
It's an interesting thing because I just did the not that long ago. I did the Orpheum, 10,000 people.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Me, Jagged Edge, and Genuine.
Yeah, that's huge.
So sometimes people are like, have you done Acme yet? And it's like, I haven't got booked
I've
there,
done Orpheum,
but I
though.
did. But I am getting booked at the Orpheum multiple times. You know, with big
Acme
name
does feel
celebrities.
like one of those kind of almost like I'm just gonna say, even though it seems like they've been doing better lately, kind of like First Ave.
So you know,
there's a little bit of.
And honestly, I stay out of the politics.
Yeah.
You know, but I'm in an urban lane.
Yep.
You know, I get booked for the urban shows.
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
usually, you know, usually there's, you know, let's just say the white people are outnumbered.
Yeah.
You know, everyone's welcome. You know, but
Yeah.
usually,
Yeah.
you know, there's been,
Yep.
you know, I've done many shows where I was the only white person there. You know, and that's usually like, oh, this is gonna go good. You know,
Yeah.
If there's more white people than black people, I get a little nervous because
Yeah,
you know,
we had this conversation the first time we talked.
And it's a weird thing.
You feel more comfortable when
What's a weird thing? You know, just because it's like just where I grew up, who my friends is, who I've dated. It's just you know, there's more topics that are relatable.
For sure.
You know, my routine is based around, you know, my story of you know, it's
I've heard you know, like Gary Owen talk about this as well. It's like it's the same. It's kind of the same thing for him. It's like
he's got a black wife. I got a couple black baby moms. You know what I mean? So it's you know, it's a different story. It's a completely, you know.
Why you say it like you're collecting them?
Well, now, and now I you know and now I got dogs with another girl. We had a puppy, and our dog had puppies. So now I got kids with 2 women and dogs with another girl. It's a lot, you know.
Me too, actually. I had to think about it for a second.
Yeah,
I got kids with 2 people and dogs with another one.
Yeah. So it's like I'm like, you paying dog support too?
No. And I refuse.
Yeah. I'm like, you know, I'm be on judge, but I might end up on Judge Judy, fighting for dog support here in no time.
I mean, that sounds like a viral moment, right?
Yeah, I know. I'm like,
so you're gonna be selling, you're gonna be getting people drunk at Loud on Lake Street. On top of them,
I got some fun specialty drinks. I got this lemonade blueberry mimosa that everybody really likes. You know what I mean? It's just like some funky little drinks for the ladies. You know,
you said
a blueberry lemonade mimosa. That one's fire. That seems to be one of the more popular. One of the more popular.
You're gonna be slinging those at Loud on Lake Street.
I'm gonna have those at Loud on Lake Street. So we're gonna have
Loud on Lake Street, August 12th.
Yeah, August 12th. So you know we're gonna have some drinks out there. August 12th, and then August 4th and 5th, and then just back to the Ryan Davis thing. So it was really a special moment to be able to call CH and say, hey, remember that vision, that dream of doing big name comedians in small intimate spaces? I got a space that fits that exact vision, you know. And it's nice, and it's, you know, and it's an interesting thing too, because at one point, you know, the spot is decent size, but at one point it sat like 125, so we had to like reconfigure and get different and reconfigure the whole space, and now it seats 200. Or just kind of piecing things together. Perfect. switching the size of tables, and you know, but it's been a long journey of just trying to figure out how to kind of go big or go home.
What is it? It just opened, right?
Yeah.
When did it open?
So it was, let's see, June 28th.
Okay.
I think that was the
just open.
Yeah, and then you know, we did a show, and then, you know, took a couple weeks off to just kind of trying to fill up the calendar, try to do things.
What's the is it like once, twice, two nights a week?
So it's the plan is it's gonna be open, like, you know, it's only open in the evening from like 7 to 2 in the morning. You know, but the plan is for it to be open, you know, Wednesday through Sunday.
Okay.
You know, but right now we're just, you know, I'm about to start doing a Friday night, every Friday night show. There's Thursday night R&B bingo. I'm looking at starting a free movie night on Tuesdays where people, because I got some huge projector screens. It's a great place to watch a movie. So not that long ago, I just did a free kids movie night. Let kids come in, free cotton candy, free candy. And then once they got done with all the free stuff, now I got some stuff for sale over here at the bar.
Perfect. No, that's dope. What about, are you thinking about maybe allowing like musical performances as well?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So, you know, I'm trying to bring back, the Def Jam style comedy music show, know. So I mean, I was kind of doing something like that at the Poorhouse, where I would have a musical and a comedian headliner, and then also opportunities for some up and coming people. So you got some people that are a little more established, and then you got some people that are trying to work their way up, and then they get the opportunity to open up for people. And then I got some big name people coming in the works too. So you never know where things go and where things grow. And at the beginning, but it is the beginning.
For sure.
So I'm just,
Sounds like a pretty good start, though.
Yeah. So, like, I want people that are willing to jump into the role of the promoter and artist, where it's like, I mean, I remember I got booked for a lot of shows. I was good at comedy, but one thing that I would also do, I would also push the show. I would sell tickets. I would pass out flyers. And with the internet, things are a lot more convenient now also to promote yourself. But, like, let's make sure you got some video promo. Let's make sure you got a good headshot, And I'm also trying to help create some of that capability in my venue. So if somebody doesn't have the equipment, okay, let's come in. Let's set up a time. You can come in. We can record a little video. You need a headshot. I'll clip you a couple, snap you a couple photos real quick.
Yeah.
Because it's amazing how, some people don't have a good photo that you can even put on a flyer.
Which is insane.
And it's like, I mean, literally, you can get that with an iPhone.
Just find a good backdrop. Get your hair looking right.
And it's all good, but I'm not here to scold people. I'm here to help them.
Yeah, school,
and be a resource.
School, not scold.
School,
but it does get to a point, and we don't need to delve too deep into this, because if we do, I'll get frustrated.
Yeah.
But to me, this is a big problem in what I see in our entertainment industry in Minnesota is it's not just lack of knowledge, it's the refusal to go get the knowledge.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like if you are an underground, say, artist, a rapper, and you got 2,000 followers on Instagram, you're getting 600 monthly listeners on Spotify, and somebody books you for an event, you got to promote the fuck out of it.
Yeah.
And it's like, artists think that they're Drake right away.
Yeah.
It's
and what I try to create is that, I'm the promoter too.
Yeah.
Sure. So I'm not going to rely on you to do everything.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But
but I also kind of want to work, instead of just paying somebody a flat rate, make them a shareholder in the event, where you get a percentage.
That's big too.
Where you get a percentage of the profits, and offer complete transparency about, hey, this is what was made, and then we're all on a team now.
Yeah, I've always liked that idea. There's a lot of different methods and ways, and I've never been involved in putting together a comedy show, but I can't imagine it's too much different than putting together a musical show. There's at least a lot of parallels. But I've always liked the idea of, rather than we're gonna pay, because a lot of artists say, well, I want to be paid to do my art, to do my craft, and it's like I get that, but you gotta set aside what you want and be realistic about. What you know what I mean? It's like you got to use logic in business.
Yeah,
I get that you want to be paid. I want to be paid too, but you got to bring something. So I've always liked the idea of give the artist a way to make money.
Exactly. So it's like, give you a way to make money instead of me having to go into my personal bank account to pay an artist.
Right.
We got our fund is based on who comes and who supports.
Paying somebody, a performer, out of your bank account can make sense if you know that the amount of people that they're going to bring, amount of tickets that they're going to sell off their name is going to help you recoup that.
Yeah.
But
it's because I get it from my standpoint.
Yeah.
Like, if somebody books me, for example, in Rochester, I'm not going to know a lot of people in Rochester. The promoter's going to have a little more. He's going to have to bring most of the people there.
Yep.
And even if I get booked for a show, and when you live in the place that you're getting booked all the time, that some shows 4 or 5 people might come.
Yep.
Some shows 50 people will come.
Yeah.
And then when you start realizing as an artist, it's like your effort that you put in was the reason why when 5 people showed up, you probably only talked to 5 people.
Yep.
You know, when 50 people show up, you were probably excited about it.
Yes.
And sometimes that's because, you know, you're opening up for somebody you're excited to meet.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
And then I also want to create that opportunity too, where it's
For
like,
sure.
hey, if you come in and you show that you got, you know, you got some people that's excited to see you, and we break some bread together, and then now as the names of the artists starts growing,
Yeah.
it's like now I can, you know, because sometimes I'm working with other promoters, and they're like, who is this guy?
Yep.
Or who is this girl? And I can say, man, I booked them for a show a month or 2 ago, and they brought a bunch of people. Like you know what I mean?
Those
like
are important moments for all performers. Is you want
Yeah.
people to talk good about you after the fact. So
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Yeah. I mean, yeah. It doesn't. I feel like we're missing a lot of, and we're growing and it's getting better. But it seems like we're missing a lot of forward thinking.
Yeah.
It's just a lot of I am this. This is my job. I
Yeah.
should be paid to do it. But you're not really. But you gotta do the job. You can't just.
Yeah, and I'm not signing anybody to deals based on their talent.
Absolutely not.
But I appreciate people's talents, and I want to
Yes.
create an opportunity for them to get paid off their talent.
Yes.
You know,
Agreed.
but it's not just I'm not just writing you one big check, and then I'm gonna manage you. I will
Yes.
help manage you to help put together an event,
For sure.
and then that could just lead to more opportunities
Yeah.
within. I'm a pretty good resource to have because I'm not trying to get over on anybody. I'm tied to a nonprofit organization that's based on the performing arts.
I'm tied to a nonprofit organization too.
Nice.
It's called Live on Lake Street.
Yeah.
Despite contrary belief.
Yeah, so it's a good thing. And then I'm trying to give back to the comedy camp with the kids, and try to give back to the youth as well.
You're still doing the comedy camps?
I'm trying to get it back going again.
Yeah.
So we took a little break. I had the first season got funded, so I just got to get it funded again because I was actually paying the students $25 an hour to attend the camp. So now I got to bring them back. I got to get that fund back. Get that fund back up. So I'll be reaching out, doing some grant writing and stuff like that to try to get things funded. You got to have money to run stuff the way it needs to be ran. But there's a lot of things in the works, and but yeah, the venue's gonna have. It's not just a comedy club. There's gonna be different things. Spoken word poetry will be coming up.
Dope.
And bingo. I'm licensed to do. The venue's licensed to do bingo. So we could do like cash bingo games. So there's a lot of potential and possibilities.
Let's try and set up somewhere down the road a live on Lake Street AMA podcast where I'll get on stage and the crowd can ask me anything.
So I was actually, there's a cool concept. Like, I even saw Ed Lover, down in Atlanta, was actually doing live podcast interviews for the artists before the performance. So it's 2 shows.
Oh, that's a dope
The
idea
first
too.
show is a live podcast interview with the artists,
Yep.
and then, and then you can stay and see
I'd do that.
the show. So I think that'd be a cool concept to have.
Let's talk about that. Let's do something like that.
Yeah.
I would love to. That would be phenomenal.
Yeah, so just like put our artistic minds together and create something, and and for me, everything's been done. So people are worried about like, oh, that was my idea. I wanted to do that. But who cares? You know what I mean? Everything's been done before.
Then you should have done it. That's why you should have done it then.
Yeah, yeah.
And you still can.
You still can.
And you still can.
Somebody wants to try to do the same exact thing.
Yeah.
It's a hard act to follow.
Yep.
But I have no hard feelings at anybody.
I've been going
there.
through that for about a decade now.
Yeah,
I was going to do that. Well, you should have done it then.
Yeah. And I wish success on anybody who's willing to work hard to get it.
Yeah, if you doing something can stop somebody else from doing it because they were going to do it, they never really wanted to do it or were going to do it.
Absolutely.
That's how I feel about it. Because you doing it shouldn't stop them from doing the same. Like we always need more. Our entertainment scene in Minnesota, we need more.
Yeah.
That we need more.
Yeah. And I'm trying to bring. One of my goals is to bring a safe haven to people to come and have a good time.
Yeah.
Just
think about like the 2 biggest. What were like if you look at the music industry in Minnesota? What were the 2 biggest things that Minnesota had going for it in the last decade? Soundset, Go 95.
Yeah.
They're gone.
Yeah.
We need more.
Well, this Live on Lake Street August 12th festival.
That's right.
That's a beautiful one. That's a beautiful event for the city.
Yes.
And
it's
then
gonna be.
This platform right here for me to be able to get on here and promote shows that I got coming up.
Yeah.
And it's just like, we're both doing shows.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're promoting each other's shows.
Yeah.
That's how it should be.
I actually got a bone to pick with you. I was going to open up a comedy venue, and now I'm not. So thanks a lot. No, yeah, man. I agree. So, but we need, like I said, we need more. We got to keep adding. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I do think we do need to stop doing the same artist showcase 3 times a week. I don't think that's helping anybody, but
yeah, I think it should be.
That's just me.
But everybody's got their own way to do it.
That's true.
Artists. If an artist is hungry and to try to perform everywhere all the time, go ahead and do.
I just think you should do it more in front of eyes that haven't seen you yet.
Yeah,
performing for the same crowd over and over again. You're not really expanding anything. That's all.
Yeah,
but whatever. Get it how you do.
And sometimes it takes time.
Yeah. And no hate by any means. No hate. Maybe you just like performing. Maybe you just enjoy getting on that stage and you're going to do it.
Do.
Yeah.
Sometimes I get calls from people, they just want to perform.
Yep.
And sometimes I have to slow them down and say, hey, let's try to do this strategically.
Yeah.
Let's try to get some money in your pocket.
Put a little thought into it.
Let's put a little thought into it.
Yeah.
How about you come perform for free once.
Yeah.
See how many people you could bring.
Yeah.
You do a good job bringing people. Now let's get you booked. Let's get you on the flyer. Let's get you paid.
Do you ever give, acts physicals and just say, here, sell these and you can keep however much?
At the venue, there's feature film quality cameras on motion sensors. So if you come and perform at the venue, I can give you a native file of the...
I meant tickets. Do you ever give them physical tickets to sell, and then they get to keep a percentage of however much they sell?
I used to do that. Not so much anymore. It's just so easy online.
True.
That's true. It's all these, there's Cash App, there's Venmo, there's Zelle, there's all these different payment options. So I used to drive tickets around all over the place. And now it's like, well, if instead of driving from North Minneapolis to St. Paul, you could just Cash App me. I put your name on the list.
True. Yeah, that's valid.
Yeah,
that's
so
valid.
I've kind of gotten away from the physical tickets, but that's
I don't know why I didn't even think of that. I've been running around for the last month just slinging physicals.
Yeah,
I never even thought about that. Just Cash App me from where you're at.
Some people still like the physical tickets.
Well, just to give you an idea, and maybe it works better for me because I think, not to toot my own horn, but I think people want to meet me.
Yeah,
and it's an opportunity to meet me somewhere and kind of see me off the camera, off the mic.
Yeah.
But I'll just tell you, when we first printed our physicals for Loud on Lake Street, I took about 100 of them.
Yeah.
I only got 10 left.
Nice. So, yeah.
This is the first time I've ever sold physicals.
Yeah.
No, it's the first time I've ever done this. And I'm like.
Yeah, I'm not. I still like physical. What I love about physical tickets, so say we go out to a pool party today, and it's a lot. Somebody's, you could just sell those tickets
for sure.
It's easier than somebody.
It's kind of what I've been
pulling
doing,
out their phone. It's like, hey, let me.
Yeah.
You want me to put the credit card information in there for you?
Yeah.
But the tickets, people, especially when you go out, somebody's, they see you, they want to support you.
For sure.
You're gonna sell more tickets if you add those to it.
Yeah.
So
just for anybody that was paying attention there.
Yeah.
Loud on Lake Street, August 12th. It's gonna be bonkers.
Yeah.
This is gonna be. Last year was great.
Yeah.
This year is gonna be different.
Yeah, I'll be out there. I'm actually gonna do some comedy out there as well.
Beautiful. I was gonna ask you that.
So I got a team. I got a team of about 5-6 comedians. We're gonna open up the show.
Fucking great.
Do the first hour. So I put together a little team of comedians. We're gonna get the Loud on Lake Street popping with some comedy. While people get settled in, and then we'll just party from there. And then
everybody should be nice and ready to laugh.
Yeah. And then August 4th. So the week before, 4th and 5th. HT.live, and then it's gonna be. I'm excited about these shows.
So Ryan Davis, August 4th, he's doing back-to-back nights, 2 shows a night. First one is what,
7:30,
7:30, and then 10.
10.
So 7:30 and 10.
Yep.
August
And then
4th,
Ryan Davis will also be here Friday in the studio.
Yep.
For a hilarious interview.
Yeah, I can't wait.
I know.
I can't wait.
I know. I'm excited too. I'll be here as well. I just want to see it live while it's live.
For sure. No,
Yeah.
I'm excited about it, man. Man, good shit. A lot of good shit.
Yeah, a lot of good stuff.
A lot of positivity. A lot of good shit happening.
Yeah, because it was like, you know, it's an interesting thing in life. Sometimes it feels like things like sometimes it feels like you got to move forward. You know what I mean? Like
100%.
things have to go wrong before they go right.
100%.
And it's so
Man, you never spoke
and
truer
it's
words.
so hard to not get discouraged. So like, you know, whatever you got working on, whatever you're doing, if it, you know, just keep at it. You know, sometimes it takes months, days, sometimes it takes years. The years is the tough one, you know, especially like we were saying, like sometimes you run out of money. You know what I mean? I mean, I've went flat broke few times in this journey, and it's like, what am I gonna do today? You know, I know in 2 weeks I'm gonna be straight, but today I need some gas money.
100%.
You know, and it's been but it's all a part of the story.
That's right.
You know.
Yeah. Well said.
Yeah,
You're
and it's a
100%
lot,
right.
and it's a lot funner to tell the story when all the things you work so hard on start coming to fruition.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, nobody cares about a story where everything goes right.
No.
Nobody cares about that.
And nobody cares about your sob story when you're at the bottom.
That's a fact. That is a fact.
You know, you can't just complain your way out of anything. You know?
No, you can.
Nobody really cares.
I've tried before.
And nobody's just handing you money. Nobody's just gonna say, "Here, oh, do you want some money?" You gotta work for it. You gotta do some action.
But if you know of a place,
let
me know.
Yeah.
I'll go pick some up.
I know.
If
You know you're broke when you're looking at the Cash App glitch thing. Like, hold on, there's a Cash App glitch and it give me $9,000 right now. Like, you know, is this my way out?
You know, when I know I'm broke, is when I start looking at Rocky Diamond's story and being like, you know, maybe I should tap in with Chase Bank. Maybe I should. That's when I know. And then I'm like, whoa, hold on. I gotta relax. Yeah, go sell blood or sperm or something. Cool, man. Well, shit, we got to wrap, but great conversation as usual.
Yeah. Appreciate it, man.
I'm excited about Ryan Davis. I'm excited about your venue. I'm going to do everything I can to make it out one of the 2 nights. I think I'll be able to. And I'm not going to ask you to put me on no list. I'd like to buy the tickets.
I appreciate it.
So August 4th and 5th, Ryan Davis. And what's the venue? It's at Southdale Mall.
So
is there any? What's the
HT.live?
Okay, so just go
and you park by Dave and Buster's.
Okay.
So sometimes people have a hard time finding it, but it's on the 3rd floor, across from. It's the only other thing on the 3rd floor.
Do you walk through Dave and Buster's to get there?
You can walk through Dave & Buster's, or you can just walk past Dave & Buster's, and then it's to the next escalator. So if you just walk past Dave & Buster's, look up. It's right above Bath & Body Works.
Gotcha.
It's all blacked out. You know, there will be a big billboard with Ryan Davis's face on it, so you'll be able to see the bill. Yeah, we'll put a billboard in the mall for you, but just walk straight through the Dave & Buster's exit. Hope to see a lot of people there. It's going to be this is the best show I've ever put together in my 10-year career. So
dope.
I hope people can come and experience it, and then the venue's just so dope. I'm so excited.
I'm excited to see it.
Yeah.
And I'm a big comedy fan, and I don't go to nearly enough comedy shows.
Yeah,
so
this is one you don't want to miss.
I gotta get out there. I gotta do it.
And then the venue's HT Live. HT.live is the venue. That's the venue name.
Okay.
And that's also the website. So HT.live.
So that's all you need to know right there.
That's all you need to know. HT.live. And then my name is Elliot Vreeland. You can follow me at Elliot Vreeland on any social media sites.
Okay.
It's all Elliot Vreeland.
And just one more to recap. Ryan Davis live at HT.live, August 4th, August 5th. Back-to-back shows both nights, 7:30 and 10 p.m. And Loud on Lake Street, August 12th. You're going to be out there slinging beers and delicious blueberry lemonade mimosas. I can't wait to have one.
And I'm going to do some comedy.
And you're going to do some comedy, and you're bringing some friends with you to do comedy.
And I'm bringing some friends with me. It's going to be a lit couple weeks. August is going down.
It's going to be crazy.
Yeah.
I can't wait, man. I'm excited about it. And once again, I appreciate your time. Thank you for coming and joining me.
No doubt.
And we'll be seeing a lot of you over the next week or two.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool, man. Any more closing thoughts?
No, that's good, man.
We covered it all?
We're good.
Elliot, I appreciate you, and I appreciate everybody that just watched. It's been another episode of Minnesota's #1 daily show live on Lake Street. I am your host, Jake Bearcloth, a.k.a. Podcast Poppy. Follow me everywhere at Jake Bearcloth1. Follow us everywhere at Live on Lake Street, and we out. Stop.
Cool.
Woo.
All right.
That was great, man.
Good stuff.
Feel good about it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I was just,
How you feel about it?
that's good. That's good. I mean.
It ain't that I can't stop, it's that I won't stop. I made a few plays off a flip, now I'm on top. I'm Southside Chief, homie. Yeah. What you know about it? Lake Street legend CEO, not the co-founder. What you wanna know about me? I'm so churched up, I'm the last man standing, but I went first up. Most hated, they don't say it when I roll up. The things that people say about me, they don't say close up. Check it, I ain't been to the booth in a minute. Niggas hate the fact that I'm winning. Who makes him the chief of the South Side? Oh my nigga, I'm not the lieutenant. When I was in the gym, you wasn't in it. FaceTime, so my windows is tinted. If I said that shit, then I meant it. Niggas gave me the rules and I bent it. Same nigga that was trapping while I was suspended. You wasn't in them hallways banging, boy, you wasn't in it. Really a genuine nigga, homie, don't get offended. From East Lake, South Murder, I'm just it ain't that I can't stop, it's that I won't stop. It ain't that I can't stop, it's that I won't. Say, it ain't that I can't stop, it's that I won't stop. I made a few plays off a flip, now I'm on top. I'm Southside Chief, homie. What you know about it? Southside Chief, homie. Now what you know, look, I'm Southside Chief, homie. What you know about it? Lake Street legend CEO, not the co-founder. What you wanna know about me?